Happy Friday. How's everybody doing? I am not a slowpoke.
You are.
We're on time. It's 8:30. We're on. Who do we got in here this week so far? We got Gordon Walker. What's happening, buddy? GOB, what's happening? Turlo's here. Josh made it. Cool. Robbie. All right. Daniel made it. Kim's here.
Hey, Hubie.
Damn the torpedoes.
Spray bomb.
Kevin L. What else do we got in here?
Terry Mott.
Yeah, Larry, what's up?
PPSS, how you feeling?
Yo, Rick, what's going on, brother? Be made it. What's going on? Happy Friday to all.
Hey, Lonnie.
Yo, Tony's here. What's going on, baby? There's our buddy One. What's happening? And Ron
Tony
made it.
G.
Big job, Ford.
Big job. Big job with all the cars and trucks. One. My buddy One.
All right. Well, we got a lot to get into this weekend. We're gonna.
Hey, too, babe. Hey,
Yo,
Floyd. Hey,
Floyd made it. What's
Joe,
up?
thanks.
Joe, thanks. What's going on, man? Brian here, buddy. Glad to meet you. Hope you stay. We got a lot to get into this weekend. We're going to put the fuel system in the car. I had two ways I could have.
Rusted junk.
I had two ways I could have went. I decided just to go with the mechanical pump. I actually have a really nice electrical pump set up out there.
121. Hey, Henry. I am better, Spray Bomb. Thank you. Hey, Paul White.
Paul White made it. What's going on?
Mrs.
Christine
K.
is here. What's going on?
We need to have a drink because Mrs. K is here.
Okay, have a sip. Maybe you should go mix yourself something up.
Well, maybe one night we'll get, I'm not blaming you. It's not your fault. Hey, Artellus. Maybe one night we'll make it to Taco Tuesday.
One of these times. But I have coffee. You're the one that has the margarita.
$5 margaritas. Mr. B.
Yo, Grady, what's going on, man? So like I was saying, we're getting ready to get into some stuff over the weekend on the car.
Mark from West Virginia.
We decided to get into the fuel system on the car. I hem-hawed around. I went back and forth with different materials. I decided ultimately on 3/8.
Hey, Gordon.
I did the research. I read about it. I understand how it works. The horsepower, at 500 horsepower, at the very low end, half inch. But at the end of the day, when we decided to go with the mechanical pump, you got a 1/4 inch inlet and a 1/4 inch outlet. So we decided just to go with the 3/8 hose the whole way back. I did keep the 10 AN gas filter. I'm going to put reducers on it. I liked it. I actually bought it for the electric pump setup I was going to run. But, it comes apart, and I like the ability to clean the screen on it. It's one of those Earls, but it's one of those Earls you can take apart. You guys know what I'm talking about. And so I bought 2 reducers, and I'm just going to use that filter. So that's what we're getting into this weekend. That's the video you got to look forward to.
Shaky's here.
Yo, what's going on, Shaky? How you doing, buddy?
He needs to talk to Phil. It's been a long week.
It's been a long week. We're still messing around, like you guys. So I just put a short out today. I'm still messing around with the exhaust. The parts finally came in, so I'm doing that in between. I got the driver's side just about assembled. The passenger side I'm leaving off until I get the fuel line in, and maybe the brake line. I'm thinking about putting a brake line out there too instead of inboard out. I'm going to put everything on the outside of the frame rail. Grady, you're a race car driver. They like to see that at the track, correct? They don't want to see any fluids inside the frame in case your drive shaft lets go. Am I right in that? Or
that's nice, Bree Bomb. That's nice of you to say. We haven't done it yet, One. It's coming though.
Yo, what's going on, Mark? Hedgeville, West Virginia. How you doing, buddy? Terry.
Terry found a way for you to skip exercise.
Hey, listen, I squeeze it in every day. I was going twice a day, And I may get back to that after this mad rush of people. You know, the folks that decide they're going to, what do they call that? The New Year's resolution. So the gym's kind of crazy in the evening. So I've just been going in the morning. I get there at 4 o'clock in the morning. There's a handful of people there, and it's the same people every day. What?
Hey, Fuel Fire.
Honey, I don't know what you're pointing at. You just want
The envelope.
Oh. See, it's easier when you just communicate with words.
Like,
We got it.
there's not that much over there.
We got a mail from our buddy Kevin. I'm going to open it up. It just came. It was actually this morning. I went out
Hey, Mike Panetta.
and it was in the mailbox.
That's nice of you to say, Mike. Thank you.
But it wasn't there when I went to bed. So the mailman was out late last night.
So Mr. B said, not really the one. Not really. They want a drive shaft hoop. I run too.
Right. Okay. Well, if they're not worried about it, I may just leave the brake line inboard then. And I might just go down and have my buddy Kevin make me up the one piece I nicked because that's the quickest way out. Then the plumbing will be done under the car. I mean, so anyway, our buddy Kevin sent us a mail here. Let's see what we got. See what we have here.
Oh, right. My thing keeps saying there's a problem with the server.
Well, I hope it's not everybody.
Hey, David Soloway.
A t-shirt. Oh, Kevin, thank you so much. Gave me a t-shirt from the Hoover Dam. 2 of them. I think one's for you, dear.
Oh, that's nice.
Let's see here. There you go.
Desert Rat.
You said XL, right?
Thank you, Kevin. That's so cool.
This is awesome, dude. Hey, listen, Kevin knows already, but this is on my...
Tell Kim thank you also.
Yeah, tell Kim thank you very much. This is on our bucket list. It's on mine. I've always wanted to go.
Jesus.
I always wanted to go to the Hoover Dam. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kevin and Kim.
We'll have to wear those. Yes, thanks, guys. We'll have to wear those next weekend, bud.
Okay. So we can be twins?
Yes. Should we put on our Christmas bottoms?
Now.
Well, I thought that'd be a nice idea.
Henry, what do you have for dinner tonight?
Thank you, buddy.
That means a drink.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin.
Mm.
We wore them. When did we wear them? The day before Christmas Eve?
Yeah, Christmas. No, we wore them on Christmas Eve that night. We wore the same pants.
It wasn't Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve was on a Saturday.
Oh, that's right. It was the night before Christmas Eve. That's right.
Hey, Don.
David Soloway. What's that? Hey, Zeus. I know Kim said, but I'm coming up. Randy Ryan.
Oh, I miss Randy. Hi, Randy.
What's going on? Dawn's here. Excellent. What's happening, brother? So I was catching a little bit of static from a guy about the tailpipe coming back through the spring. Maybe it hits, but I don't think so. I'm going to have it just as solid there as I have it on the front side that goes under the spring.
Oh, thanks, Terry.
And 2 inches of clearance. I guess unless I squat real hard, I maybe. I never built a car, so I honestly don't know. We're going to find out.
That sounds good, Henry. Pasta with shrimp.
Pasta with shrimp. See, I never got into seafood and shrimp either, but everybody seems to like it.
Well, Two Babe likes your exhaust.
Thanks, Two Babe. Yeah, it's cool. Hey, listen, whatever happens, we'll make adjustments as we go. We're going to learn about the car as we drive it. So, I mean, I'm certainly not perfect. It's the first car I ever built. But I will say this. I can grab that exhaust and I can shake it and it don't move. The whole car moves. So there's that. Now we got that working for us. I'm not chinsing out on any of the hangers.
Josh, you get rid of your snow? Hey, Tim Windsor.
Yo, Tim, what's happening, man?
Chopper Mike.
Yo, Chopper Mike made it. What's going on?
BW, your pipe gonna drag when you wield. Laugh out loud.
What is this now?
Oh my gosh, Josh got 24 more inches of snow.
Ugh.
One said if you're grabbing your tailpipe with two hands, you're doing it way wrong. Well, Daniel thinks you're doing a damn fine job.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, Steve.
No, I didn't take it negative. I was having fun. The guy's a fishing guy, and it was he's got like 750 subscribers, and I was overlooking at some of his videos. He looks pretty cool.
Oh wow, Mrs. K, you got 4 inches. We've been lucky. We haven't gotten any snow at all. Too, babe. I think Josh is in Arizona, but he's like in the mountains of Arizona. No snow, and I'm perfectly happy with that.
Oh yeah, I don't want any. Not this year.
Randy loves your build.
Thanks, buddy. Kim, what did you say the other day to me about the snow? How many years has it been?
50.
50 years since we had zero accumulation.
Hey, Harry. I'm feeling good, Harry. Thank you. Yep, 50 years with no measurable accumulation in Philadelphia.
I just might. I'll tell you though, Rick, I have to have 3 clamps. I have to have one at the tailpipe that I just fabricated, and I have to have one on each side of the muffler so I can get get it in and out. So we'll see. I hope there's no leaks. I don't think any of the welds will leak, but I'll let you know if they do. I'll be fair and honest about it, but I don't think we'll have any leaks on the seams.
Tim's got 3 snow blowers ready to go and no snow.
I have one snow blower. Did I use it? Was it last year or the year before I had to use it?
I don't know.
I think we had one big storm. I think we did have one big storm last year, and I used it. And I did every single house on the street.
Steve wants to know what muffler you're using.
I got the, remember last week I couldn't remember the name, and I thought
that's okay, Torp. You can keep it.
I actually remembered the name. I looked at them specifically after I couldn't remember. They're Flowmasters. They're FX. So they're just the Flowmasters version of glass packs, man. They're straight through. There's a little resonator in there. I mean, the inlet and outlet are 3 inches, and it's like 4 inches inside of it. So
Bobby says he knows a welder if you need one.
That's all right. Yeah, no problem. If I can help, I'll help. My MIG unit, I was so mad. It could be. I bought Tweco contact tubes, and I think that might be what's going on at this point. I've readjusted, and I kept burning contact tubes, and all I'm doing is running tacks. So I'm going to have to get on the internet and just buy whatever Eastwood's offering in 023s, because I think it might be the Tweecos. I don't know what else it could be. I got the welder set correctly.
Yeah.
I can't.
Hubie's getting slammed with rainstorms out there in Southern California.
So luckily I have the TIG, and I just... Martin Wright made it.
Right.
From the UK. What's happening, brother?
We haven't seen you for a while, Martin.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it.
We know it's like really late there, so thanks. What is it, 5 hours difference? Yeah.
I think it's 5, yeah.
Oh, wow, Hubie. At least it stopped. Spray Bomb said big unit.
Yeah, I put it on the BW Garage site, Rick. I put it on on Facebook, in our Facebook group. I put it on there. That is a really cool car. If it was more local, I'd go have a look at it. It's kind of neat the way they did the front end on that. I mean, they just cut the main frame back some. They put a single spring axe with an axle across it. It's kind of weird how they have that real small metal coming out to hold the radiator, though. I thought that was kind of, I would probably make a change there, but it's a really cool car. I would not change the appearance of it at all, but there's a few changes up front I'd probably make.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man, that's awesome, Hubie.
What year, make, and model did Kim fall in love with this week? Well, I still like that station wagon.
I was looking at a Cutlass wagon, and I was going to show it to her and I just haven't yet. It's like a 70, 69 or 70 Olds. Oh man, is it nice. But right now it's space. It's not money. It's space. We're gonna get something. I want to get something when the Novas when I'm on the Nova, I'll get something else to tool around with, just like I did with the Nova. But when I dive right into the Nova and start putting the tin on it, then we'll start really looking.
You have fun. Hubie's gonna drag race the 55 Chevy next week.
I know, that's awesome.
Get a green tarp and park in the yard. That's what I told him.
I think it is, Dawn.
Oh, that's nice, Martin. Thanks. So what was that question I asked you the other day? Driving song.
Oh yeah, the driving song. Kim asked me, she come up with this question. Where'd you get it from? Was it on Reddit or something?
It was on Reddit.
She got a question about driving songs.
No, it's what's the best song
while driving to listen to while you're driving. And we both said the exact same thing, Radar Love, right? But there's so many more. And it doesn't have to be a car themed. It's just something you want to listen to while you're driving.
Radar Love is awesome. Anything with like that beat. I Can't Drive 55.
I said that one too. I said that one
Robbie
too.
Robbie agrees with us. Radar Love.
Yep, there it is.
Something Long. So Meatloaf. Yes, I said Meatloaf too. Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
Yep.
Highway Star, Mrs. K.
Yes.
Mrs. K.
Yes, Deep Purple. We listened to that last night on, and I hadn't heard that song. I tell you, Christina, it's probably been 10 years. And I'm like, I know that song. And Kim made the dot or whatever it is we got up there that listens to us and spies on us. She got the Alexa. Yeah, she got the Alexa to play. Absolutely. Born to Be Wild. Born to Be Wild. Another one I always loved, Grand Funk Railroad.
Born to Run.
Some Kind of Wonderful.
That's a good one, Spray Bomb. Born to Run. 99 bottles of beer on Hot for Teacher. That was the second one we said. Copperhead Road. I don't know if I know that one. I'll have to look that one up.
I've heard that before. Wild Side.
So there was actually, what are those guys? The guys that, I can't remember what they're called. Hold on, I can't read it. I think I'm gonna need reading glasses.
Yes, I said Bob Seger too, Robbie. Now it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it. I might have to pull up Kim and I.
Turn the page.
Turn the page.
Top Gear people ran a contest asking what the best driving song was, and the winner was "Don't Stop Me Now" by Queen.
Little Green Onions from American Graffiti. Gordon said, what did Gordon say there? The Beach Boys.
What the heck was that?
That old stirring thing when I used to make shakes. I don't know what the hell happened there.
What do you call a three-legged cow? Hold on, because I was off. Ace of Spades. That's a good one too, Martin.
Yeah, that one. Ace of Spades. Ace of Spades actually was one of the ones in the list that Kim said. I love that song. But I'll tell you what else I love from Motorhead. Built to Speed.
Highway to Hell. Good one, Josh.
Yeah. Built for Speed by Motorhead.
409.
I actually had my son burn it on a CD. I have a CD that has a whole bunch of songs that I really enjoy listening to when I'm driving. Another favorite of mine is it's AC/DC. So nothing's obscure from AC/DC, but one of their more obscure songs, Squealer. That's my absolute.
Thunderstruck.
That's one of my. Everybody knows it. Squealer.
Thunderstruck.
And that's actually one of the car that I feel like is a theme song for my car.
Oh, Hubie, I think you'll be fine. Hot Rod Lincoln. That's a good one.
Yeah. Another favorite of mine is Black Betty. I love Ram Jam Black Betty and listening to it when you're driving down the road. Free for all, absolutely.
We should write these all down and like make a CD.
Burn a CD of
Or
them.
no, just actually ask Alexa to just put them on.
Put them on a
Yeah.
list. We should just pay to have the music. If they wouldn't make us pay twice, I'd get it. Why can't we just get it on our account? It's like every single person has to get their own. That's bullshit.
Johnny Cash song about working in the Cadillac factory.
Yeah. we have that CD. Kim and I listen to it once in a while. One piece at a time.
No, he's not going to have a radio in the. So I'll just have to sing.
Well, I'm not going to have a radio in the car, but I bought one of those speakers, and it just links to your phone. Now you don't need stereo systems anymore. You just don't.
Shaking. That's a good song.
She was shaking.
Whoa.
That is a good one. That's straight out of the 80s, right?
One says BW's Garage Radio, music to get yelled at through teeth.
Yes, absolutely. But they have, I have one of those little speakers. It just Bluetooths to my phone, and Kim put the Amazon app, the music app, on my phone, and I just while I'm out there working. When I'm out there working on a car, I'm just listening to music.
That's what I'm hoping, Robbie. That's what I'm hoping.
Boats and hoes.
No, Robbie said maybe after Kim sings, you'll get a radio.
No. We both sing whenever good songs come on. But like I said, you're not going to be able to hear a radio when that car is going down the road. You're going to that car is built to listen to the motor and do the whole down.
Stupid motor.
Well, that's too bad.
Music.
Well, you're going to have to get headphones because that thing's you're in fifth and you throw it in third. That's what that car's for. The thing
That's
is,
right, Martin. Eagles are the best.
I have to really keep it in mind. I was watching a couple good videos this week. One of them I watched was Mortsky. I love that Riviera of his father's, that 4-door Riviera. Absolutely love it. And he put
hey, Rusty Iron Projects.
He put a rear in it this way, a Ford 9-inch in it to finish off the drivetrain.
Lowrider.
And it just reminded me. When I get my car and pull it out, I got to be really careful. I got to break that rear end. I just can't go hammering on it. It's a brand new rear. And, I after watching.
Torp, 2-hour car trip, and all you're going to do is listen to the motor.
So, you know what? You and Torp don't have to take a ride in my car and listen to my motor.
I'm putting a cassette stereo in Pioneer TSX20. Yeah, there you go, Mike.
But, I have to be really careful.
There you go, Shaky. We need to put this up for you. You had a bad week, a long week.
I got to be really careful breaking that rear in. They say, what was it, like drive for 20 minutes, let it cool all the way down, do it again, do it like 3 or 4 times. And at 500 miles, you're supposed to change the fluid. So I can't really go out and peel tires the very first time I take it out and all that. I got to baby it. Maybe I'll drive it to work for a couple weeks. Break it all in.
Daniel was at a friend's house yesterday and he got a 59 Ford Fairlane he's going to build. That's pretty cool.
Mike's here. What's happening, Mike? I didn't know Mike was here.
Somebody said, one asked if Chaz got a Cowie. I haven't seen Chaz.
I don't know where Chaz.
I know, Martin. I'm going to have to go back and write these all down.
He must have something going on tonight.
Show your neighbors how to be reckless. I hear Chooch barking upstairs. I hope he doesn't.
I suppose that could work too, Tony. But I think the weight of the car should be on it. It's like you guys. I never built a car before. I set the angle. I might be 100 pounds off or something because if you remember when I set the angle, I just put like all the heavy stuff in the garage I had in the car so that so they could bring it down a little bit. Or did I put enough in there? Mm-hmm. But you got to know you got room there. You got a lot of,
So Torp put a thrush muffler on one of his beaters when he was a kid. He changed it after about a month.
Well, hey, listen, we'll see what happens. It's like right now I got fender well headers. I got them running. I have to run them on the outside of the frame rails. I can cut them back. Had I, this is where you learn stuff. It's like, they have fender well headers that are short. I should have got short ones. And then you have you can bring them on the inside. but you still want your cutouts coming out anyway. So we'll see how it works out. And
Harry wants to know, does the rear end have a magnetic drain plug in it?
I would have to ask my buddy Alan, and he still monitors us. I know he does, because once in a while he'll put a comment on our Facebook page. He built the rear, 8 and 9 rears. He built the rear for me, so I believe it does. Harry, it's got a Yukon nodular center section. I'll have to go out there and look and see. I'll pull the plug out when I go to put the lubricant in, and I'll make sure that it is magnetized. I do have a vent on the driver's side axle tube. I imagine it does. We'll see. But like I said, at 500 miles, you would know, Harry. They want me to drain it, and I'm sure.
Nice of your wife, Martin.
I'm sure it's going to look like glitter paint. I mean, there's gears breaking in. It's not going to be perfect, and it's one of those. What's the name of those? It's Posy, and it's the fancy one. I forget. I paid extra at the time.
Robbie wants to know what the angle of your pinion is.
Okay, so if we go back and we watch the video, I'm going by memory. There is a video on my pinion angle. It's 5 down from the motor, so it's 5 up from the rear, so that you're on that line.
Mr. B says no drain on the bottom.
I don't think so. I have to look and see. I don't think so.
What's the angle of his dangle?
It's sitting at ride height. It's like this. Now, if it goes up some or down some, I forget what you're like. If you actually go in and read about this, and I don't know doodly squat. Okay, there's so much you're allowed so much in and out on that when it goes up and down, and there were so many people with so many opinions on it that who's right. Go out and read that stuff. Like racers, if you're going to race, it's different for a guy that's mostly going to street drive, because if you're going to race, you're going to want to put it down a little bit so that when it comes up, you're this. So if you're 5 down, most Chevrolet engines from the factory are, I think it's either 3 or 5 degrees down. But when you're coming this way, when you're going up, so if you're a race car driver, you want to be 3 down so that when you hit it, when it hits, you're going to be where you need to be. There's all different, and everybody has their own idea of what's right. For me, it was make it a parallel line, and we have ladder bars. Ours is it going to move a little bit? Sure, but there's ladder bars. It's going to be locked up pretty. There's not a whole lot of this going to happen with my rear end. At least that's my understanding. Whatever's in the knuckles of the ladder bars, maybe. And like I said, if you really go in and look, I think it's 11 degrees you're allowed to be out. You want to run like that all the time? No, that's why you put the angle finder on there. But I did it my way. And if it's wrong, guess what? I'll change some universals and we'll do it again. I can weld, so I don't mind cutting the shoes off or whatever. But I don't think we're going to have to. I think we're good.
Fuel Fire saying it won't move with the ladder bars.
Yeah, I don't. There's rubber in all the joints, Mike. So maybe a little bit. But like I said, if you look, I think you're allowed up to 11 degrees, or it's some crazy amount that you would never consider it. I don't know. It was one article I read, but there's so many opinions and so many articles on it. And it depends on who's writing it. Like I said, if it's a race car driver compared to a street driver, it's completely different. The science is different.
I sing all the time, and nobody's ever said I was a good singer. Well, no, the drunk guy, the one time at karaoke, was like, you should be on that show.
Harry. You're talking about Harry.
No. It was down at the bar down there where it's the karate thing now.
Oh.
And I did It's Raining Men, and he came up to me afterwards and was like, you should be on that show.
I do Jim Croce. When we go karaoke, and I do Jim Croce. I do Bad Leroy Brown, and I do Big Jim. And I do Big Jim really good. Don't I do Big Jim really good?
You do okay.
I do really good.
It's that time.
It is that time. So we got a sticker and a magnet this week. But picture and filled a bucket magnet and a car sticker. All right. So you guys know the rules for our little giveaway thing. Whoever guesses the number first wins. All right. Kim's pulled up the number. Between 1 and 50, 1 and 50 for the
That's
sticker
me
and a
too,
magnet.
spray bomb.
Go.
Oh, 28's called right. 228's called right off the bat.
Yeah, but that's not the number.
Oh, big job, Ford. Got it. 7.
Big job, Ford. Big job, Ford. Right off the bat, number
That's a
7.
good number. That's my birthday number.
Good job, Ron. You pull it up so everybody can see it. All right, there you go. This is from Kim's phone. The number 7 was called. There you go.
Way to go, big job.
Way to go. You know, that's a couple times in a row. Maybe you should go back. Is that the Google one or is that a different number generator? I use the Google one.
Number generator.
Yeah, you use something different than me.
I think I gotta go let the dog out. He's barking up there.
You want to host? I'll go do it.
No.
You sure?
Yes.
All right. Yay! We'll get them in the mail to you, Ron. Forsaken Steel was our winner last week. No, was it Forsaken Steel last week? Who won last week? I mailed it. I promise I mailed it, but I think it was Forsaken Steel. Did he make it in here tonight? I don't think so. I ain't seen him yet. I need to do a better job of seeing I count on Kim a lot for the comments because I start babbling too much. Rick, did your I've been meaning to ask you. I probably should. Is your engine builder? Has he started on your motor? Or are you getting it pretty soon? What's going on? I remember last time I talked to you, he had moved to Texas, and you was waiting to get it going. First time. Now I think Ron's won 2 or 3 times. He's getting close. He's creeping up on Shaky in his guessing abilities. Oh, I meant to tell you guys, the glass should be coming pretty soon for the car. I have the back glass and I have the rubber for the back window that's been on since last summer because I wanted it to shape. But the glass guy, I called him up. He ordered the windshield. I told him I wanted clear. He's like, look, there's a shortage. And I looked on Auto City Classics, and there is a shortage for sedan windshields right now. You can get a smoke one or you can get a green one. The clears are not available. So we'll see. He ordered one locally from a supplier. So I don't know. And he did this Monday or Tuesday, and he told me it'd be 2 or 3 days. He hasn't got a hold of me yet. And he didn't take no money up front. I mean, I know the guy. It's like, but you still don't want that much money on the street. And so he hasn't called me or got a hold of me. So I'm figuring, he's waiting to see what he gets. He's like, dude, we'll see what comes in. If I had a second choice, only because I already bought the side glass and the back glass, I guess it would be smoke, because I got clear side glass, quarter glass, and clear back glass. So it would look kind of weird, I think, with a green windshield. But we'll see. We'll see. But the glass is coming, and once the glass is here, we'll be really close, except for the doors. All right. And when we get the wiring complete, then we can just, it'll be turnkey where we can turn it on and off, and I'll be happy when that occurs. But so I can move it around a little bit, because I'm telling you, it's all new sheet metal, but it needs a good bit of body work. I don't want to say good bit, but it needs some body work, and I'd prefer to do the sanding outside. Right. And I got to do a better job sanding. It's like as I walk around and I look at my front, I can still see sand marks. So I have to do a better job sanding. I guess 320 is not enough. I think I'm going to take it. I'm going to try either 400 or I have 600. I don't think I have to go that extreme. But I did notice that there. I can still see some scratch marks. Yo, Herb made it. What's going on, man? Okay, and Henry said 10/29/21 was the last time number 7 was called.
Okay. So it's been over a year. What is Martin saying? If I won, I would give it to DD Speed Chop so he feels better.
Wait a minute. Look at all the numbers. Go back up on Henry said it's number 7 was 10/21, 4/22, 12/23. So
okay.
What I bought this week, we took some of it back one, and it'll be in the video. I initially was going to run because I had like I was telling you guys with the fuel filter, I was going to actually run 10 a.m. and like, wow, that's like, well, the inlet and outlet for the electric pump
Shaky, you watching?
Was I think 3/8 NTP, which is ½ inch. So and 10 AN is not quite 5/8. They'll tell you it's 5/8. It's just at 9/16. And I was gonna run that to the front, and then it was like, man, that's awful big. And then I was reading the articles, and I said, you know what? We're only at 500 horsepower. So Kim and I packed the stuff up. I took it back to for Amazon. I sent it back, and the new hose just came today, and I'm going to run that 3/8 line. Now I also bought a flip. If I flip the car over, I bought one of those check valves so that the vent doesn't leak all over the track. I bought one of those. I bought a couple extra fittings to get in and out of the fuel pump. I bought the fuel pump itself. Like I said, I was going to put electric, but I decided ultimately let's just go with the mechanical for now. We're only at, like I said, we're only at 500 horsepower. We make a change, we'll change it then. We don't need a return. I was actually read somewhere where some people actually make an argument for a return on a mechanical pump. But I was talking to the guy from Speedway, and I'll get into that in a second too. I actually had to call them, and he was like, nah, don't run a return. But if you got vapor lock, that's for people that got vapor lock. Like if your fuel lines, if you're running, it gets real hot and the fuel vaporizes in the line because it's sitting there too long. But we're not going to have those problems. So I'm just going to plug that. But the fuel pump came with 3 ports. Okay. They come with 3 ports. Now listen, one's a return and one's a feed and one's an inlet. It's obvious the inlet's going to be the one on the outside. And plus you could push down on the plunger that the rod runs on, and you can feel it sucking your thumb in a little bit. So you know which one's the inlet. Okay, which one's the outlet? The directions don't tell you. And you know what the directions said? They said, hook it up the way the one you just took out is hooked up. Well, this is not fresh built. It's never been hooked up. So I'm talking to the guy on the phone. I'm like, look, I know the return.
Thanks, Joe.
But it might be slightly less than the 6 pounds you're supposed to get. And he's like, I don't think so, but let me look into it. He went and had me on hold for like 2 minutes. He come back. He goes, the 145 degrees out is the outlet. And he said, it's actually, it faces forward. Okay, so the middle one is the return, and I got to plug it. And I said, they ought to put that in the directions. He actually agreed with me. But he actually talked me out of it running the bigger line too. It's like, now listen, on the inlet side on the inlet side, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You have
hey, Murray Hendrickson.
If you run a 10 AN inlet, you just got more fuel in the line, but you're not getting anything taking it out because you only got 1/4 inch in and out. So you're only going to get so much volume out of the pump. So I would have had to buy 2 different sizes. It's not. So we just sent it all back and got the right stuff. The stuff after I talked to the professional. So there's that.
So the Nova blanket is folded up on the back of the couch. The Nova's never getting worked on. So
yes, it is. Would you stop it, Kim? Seriously.
No,
I'm serious. You need to stop that. That's nonsense.
No, the
I'm
Nova's
tired of
never
you
getting
dogging.
worked.
Yeah, okay.
The Nova's never getting worked on.
You see who the negative person in the family is.
And the Nova's never getting
Okay,
worked
Kim.
on. I think we should sell it. Sell the Nova.
No. Cool, Lonnie. Outstanding.
I agree, Gordon. He needs a cool drink.
Okay, that's a good idea, Murray.
Oh, this isn't fighting. This is just the way we talk to one another.
It's always half full on my side, Robbie.
He's so funny. Sell the Nova and buy a Vista Cruiser. There you go.
I'm not number one. I'm not selling a Nova. That's the next car that's coming in. All right, that's number one. I got the stuff. I've already committed when I started tripping and falling over all the parts over the last 6 months. It's getting worked on. It's cold right now. I'm trying to get my 55 done so I can sit the car level, get underneath of it, finish out the floor pans, and then it's just going to coast. I mean, the car already runs. We figured out what the problem was. It was sputtering and hardly running, and that was because of the fuel delivery system, actually, the fuel lines and the crease in the tank. As soon as I unhook the fuel lines and put it straight into a jerry can, guess what? It works like a top. Runs perfectly.
Murray wants to know what you're drinking.
I'm drinking water.
I think he needs a drink.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, because he's a little grouchy, grumpy. He's a grumpy old man. The plan has always been get the 55.
I'm not selling the Nova.
Hey,
I'm not listening
boy.
to her. I'm not listening to anybody else. While I'm out there working on stuff, somebody else ain't.
It's not my job to work on
No,
cars.
I didn't say it was.
Vodka. There you go, Randy. Grumpy is just fine. What, didn't we have a Grumpy's Garage that used to come in here? Maybe that's what you should change your name to.
Maybe Grumpy's. I'll tell you what else. Whatever content I'm enjoying right now is I love that 61 wagon that Puddin's working on. I mean I love that thing, man.
Water.
It was a 61.
It's water, Mr. B. Water.
That 61 station wagon he's got's really nice. So yeah, I'm kind of hot on wagons right now. So, but like you guys were saying earlier, wagons are hot right now, and the prices are ridiculous on them right now. I really do like the car Kim likes, the wagon I showed you.
Yeah, the one up in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The what is it? The Pontiac Nomad.
Yeah, that one.
The Sierra, the Safari. See, the words are there; they're just not coming out. The Safari. He's not asking crazy money for it, but he's way high. And everybody is right now for junk. It's like these people want $7,500 for cars that don't even have glass in them. It's like, you people are crazy. They see these finished prices and they want too big of a hunk. It's like, you know what? Let it rot. You go ahead and keep it. You go ahead and you keep it. Let it rot. Let it finish rotting out. That's that. It's like, you got a $1,500-$1,800
Damn,
car.
Robbie. Robbie's friend just sold his 55 station wagon for $50K. Josh.
I don't think Robbie, I don't think I'd even sell my car for $50K. No way. I got too much time in it. I actually almost have that much money in it. I don't think I would.
Don't worry. I'll sell it.
Hey, Kim, there's a chance you go first.
There's a chance, but not likely.
Probably not. I do too many stupid things, but there's an outside chance you go first.
Well, you already told me what you're going to do if I go first.
What did I tell you? I can't even remember.
You're going to get rid of all my nicknames.
Oh, the nicknames. It drives me nuts. Is this all women or just Italian women? They got to have all these little knickknacks and everything. It's nice to look at a thing or two, but they're all over the place. And you know what you have to
They're
do with
not
knickknacks?
all over
You
the
have
place.
to dust them. I'd rather just take a rag and wipe it along top of everything.
What did you send me the other day about ex-wife?
Was that today?
Ex-wife.
That was today. Yeah, this guy walks out and the lady goes, he's working on his car, and she's like, maybe you ought to sell this classic car and take me on a nice vacation and this and that. He looks at her and he says, you sound like my ex-wife. She's like, you never told me you were married before. He goes, I haven't been.
Country boy knickknacks drive me nuts.
They do. They drive. All they are is dust. All they do is catch dust, right? I mean, I like to help clean up. I mean, I don't leave. I'm not one of those guys that leaves all the housework.
Monty's smart. He said, I'm not saying anything on that one. Cheaper to keep her.
Yeah. So, I'm not one of those people that feel like it's one way to do the house. I do much of the housework as Kim does.
Should we do a video of the downstairs and all the car parts laying around?
Well, people have seen that when I did the pipes. I showed everybody the downstairs. It's fine. We don't use
no dusting.
We don't use down here right now, honey.
Okay.
Now wait a minute. Now stop.
The sun porch.
Stop for a minute.
Sun porch.
Stop for a minute. Why don't you take a look right over there? What did I just buy you over there?
His wife has a lot of knickknacks.
5 shelves of dollar store trinkets that you're going to make crafts out of someday. And you want to talk to me about car parts?
Why is dollar store versus stuff we
Help
bought?
me out here, guys. This is a car-based channel.
$1.25 versus how much was that hose? $70-some, and then you got the other
89.
one?
It was
yeah.
more than...
So yeah.
So my next big purchase is
Shaky tells everyone
e-brake.
Linda is his first wife.
I got when I set up my e-brake, and right after I set up my e-brake is when I'm going to put the car back down on the ground. But I have to I do have to work a little bit of overtime before I go, because I want that really nice one.
Knick-knack cars.
I want the really nice one that Speedway has. I'm not going to put I might. But I don't want all that pulley and stuff. See, I have all the pulleys. I have the stick to do it at the dash where the 55 e-brake's supposed to be. But I really don't want it there.
Let's do that.
I really don't want it there. I want it right in between the 2 bucket seats. And that Speedway makes they don't make it. It's low car. And I love the low car one. I don't want the billet one, but I want the one that's blacked out. And I want it, right beside the driver's seat.
What's Don saying? My wife went to the dollar store one day and seen a bunch of her stuff at the donation box. Don, you can't put her stuff in the donation box, Don. Hubie's got slicks in the living room, headers in the family room, wash parts in the dishwasher. Of course, he's single.
Not hydraulic. It's still cable, Christina. But just like most cars have them right in the middle beside the bucket seat. And I'm still going to use the wide piece from the 55, but it runs out. And then I got to get the Ford Bronco ends to go into it's going to be like a hodgepodge. I kind of have it thought out in my head. I start thinking about things 3 and 4 months in advance. That's why sometimes I'll buy a whole bunch of stuff, and Kim has to try to help me remember where a lot of it is because I forget. But it's like, because I'm thinking of it and I spend all this time thinking on it. I spend all this time thinking on it. So I buy the stuff and so it's ready.
Did you see what Michigan Muscle Car said? My worst fear is that when I'm gone, Jenny will sell everything for what I told her I paid for it. And then Robbie said you're going to get a hula girl for your dash. He has one. Forsaken Steel was.
Yeah, Forsaken Steel gave me one for the Christmas gag. Yeah, no, Kim knows that car, what that car is worth. I mean,
I know every part of that car.
You don't have to know every part of that car,
I do.
Okay, so you guys know that Garrett guy that's always on Facebook. He just sold that gasser that had the Nicky's front end on it, and it was nice. And it had the patina, and it didn't have all the new sheet metal I had. He got $42,000 for his. I mean, if you want to cut somebody a break, $42,000.
We're gonna have a giveaway if you go. We'll have a giveaway on PW's garage.
A giveaway.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you going to give away?
The car.
No, you're going to give away my car. It's going to be stipulated in my will she's not giving away my car.
Country Boy doesn't have parts in his house, but the front yard looks like a wrecking yard.
You ain't giving away my car. We ain't selling the Nova. We're accumulating cars, not getting rid of cars.
Sell the Nova for something else.
No, I don't want to. I'm going to get something else anyway. I'll still get a wagon, but as soon as the 55 is inspected, I'm putting the Nova in the shop, and we're going to buy something else.
See, Big Job Ford thinks I'm hilarious.
She is hilarious. But she's made me mad tonight, believe me.
Oh, I made him mad. I made him mad.
Well, not really. I don't get as mad as you. I don't talk through my teeth when I get mad. I don't.
No, you get the freaking lines in your forehead.
I don't know. Do I have them? Yeah, there they are. Right there.
Give it away now.
Even Dan says, buy first, rationalize second. Thank you.
He doesn't have your kind of money, Dan.
Kim takes all my money. I got to kind of like weasel some back, you know. She's been taking my money since we were dating. I don't think I've seen a paycheck since 1991.
I don't buy that much stuff anymore.
You what?
I don't buy that much.
It's true. And I told her that today. She really don't. And she doesn't really care what I buy. She's breaking my nuts in front of you guys, but she really doesn't care. I tell you, it's close to that, Dan. It's like, and truth be told, I'm probably the cheaper one of the both of us. No, I am, because it's like you told me last week, just go get that car before somebody buys it, the Safari, and I'm like, well, I'll go look at it. So maybe we'll go look at it. But
Shaky went and looked at a 55 Chevy and a 69 Camaro yesterday.
And I would if I got got that
right, Martin Wright.
What's that?
He said, any wife that is lucky enough to be let out of the kitchen and appreciate our cars is okay with me. Martin, you need a drink on that one.
That's messed up, man. Oh, that's great, though. So, yeah, you know, hey, as soon as the Nova's pushed in, we'll buy something else. And it's going to be a wagon. I want a wagon.
Bobby says his wife says he squeaks when he walks.
Oh, you know what? And since I'm on the wagons, right, there's another one I'm looking at that's down in Chester. And
Chester?
Yeah. They only want 18, only. Listen to this. Like, remember the old Dodge Aspens? There's a Dodge Aspen down there. It's got the plaid interior. It looks like a bunch of Dan's shirts. It's awesome. You know, it's the old school, like, right. It's 1978 Aspen. It's got the plaid seats with the brown steering wheel, brown leather with plaid inserts, right? Awesome. And I would scoop it up. The engine's out. The engine's out of it. The transmission's out of it. They're offering an engine and transmission with it. It's I think a 360. I want to say a 360, a Dodge 360, and torque flight. I guess it's a torque flight automatic transmission. I guess I'm just going by. But the thing is tore up, and they want $1,800. It's like, dude, keep your junk. I'll come get it.
I like the one in North Jersey.
What?
I really wanted the one that was in what's his face's garage, but it was already sold.
Yeah, the one that's in North Jersey. It isn't the Safari that's in North Jersey. It is in a garage.
Tracy said he would take any wagon 74 and below.
Yeah, but I let me show you that Oldsmobile one later on. I mean, I really like the.
That's right. I like those Safaris. Torch said Vista Cruiser.
Yeah, I want to show you the Vista Cruiser. I think you'll like it, but I don't know.
Mike said, "How many cars do you need? Spend more and buy something decent and complete. Wagons add up."
Yeah, everything adds, dude. You can know, you got to test to it, Dan. But down here, I don't know what it is up there in Canada right now, but they're crazy prices they're asking for wagons. I mean, dude, the Safari, I only internet looked at it, but it was like they're talking the crazy money. I think he wanted like $8,000 for it. Now listen, the trim's a lot of money, you know, all that stuff, but I mean, the back gate, the one corner, it looks like I could put my hand through it. Then you got to get under there, check the frame, because you guys know you try 5 guys. Even the Pontiacs are the same way, right? The front pockets of the springs, they're usually, at least here they are, because of all the salt and brine on the roads, and they're just tore up.
I said that today. It's like we haven't had any snow. They haven't put any salt on the roads. They haven't plowed the roads.
Once they did. They brined the whole bridge, Kim. My truck's still covered in it.
Okay, but why is there so many potholes all over the place when nothing's happened?
Don has. I love the Nomads, like them and all that, but dude, they are costly. Believe me, man. I'm down there at Jay's shop all the time. I'm looking, and you've seen it's not the greatest materials in the world, but the prices are insane. I mean, for a piece of trim, $150. It adds up quick.
That cat's garage.
There's a reason I'm dressing my 210 and 150.
Don says he does not have any extras.
He doesn't have Don's one of those hoarders. He's going to be one of those guys. He's got like 60, 70.
Hey Dan, tell the Queen D we said hello.
Yeah.
I have to find out when the next book's coming out. I haven't been to the bookstore.
She probably knows.
She probably knows, yeah. But I haven't been to the bookstore. Everybody needs
I've
a wagon.
offered to take you like 3 weekends.
I know you did. Not saying that you didn't.
She's getting ready to start talking through her teeth again.
I'm about ready to smack it. This makes it good. Hey, Brian K.
Hey, there she is. Hey, Danny.
Hey, Queen D. I miss you, woman.
It wouldn't take long. Kim already hid all that. We sold that house. She's already hid that money from me. I can't find it. I don't know what she did with it. What'd you do with that?
It's in the bank, and you don't know how to use the bank.
I don't know how to. If something happened to Kim, I'm done.
I don't want to text you, Danny, because it takes it uses all your minutes. I have to find out how to use the WhatsApp.
The WhatsApp?
WhatsApp. I think she has WhatsApp.
You just have to get the WhatsApp.
Suckers. Who puts money in the bank?
She does. It's true, Dan. I think it was like our third date. She saw how fast I went through money. This is no bullshit. And she said, just let me hold your paycheck. I knew this girl 2 weeks. And she took my paycheck, but she didn't steal it. She would bring me beer, smokes, and all that. When I used to smoke, when all that stuff, she used to bring me beer.
Hi, Tony G.
Then she'd take me to the park to drink it, and her sister caught us and ran home and told her mom that I was at the park drinking beer.
What's up, WhatsApp? What the?
%50 be done. I'm 0%, Robbie. I just take enough for the car parts. It doesn't seem to.
Once you're out of money, just go make some more.
Yeah. I don't like overtime no more. They might make me start working it, and it's like they're trying to limit some people's hours. They want to get to like where you can only work up to 60 hours a week. It's in 6 days, whichever one comes first or something like that. They want to be at that by the end of the year. I don't even want to work that. But
Hi, Mrs. K.
If they limit the other people that want to work, then they're going to have these slots that need to be filled, and they're going to make me work. I don't like that idea.
Hey, Hubie. You have fun racing next week. I hope it's nice weather for you.
Yeah, that's going to be cool, man. That'd be fun to watch.
One says it's 2023. Print more and launder it through used car parts.
They keep printing more and more. Our money's worth less and less. Yo, what's going on, Sonny?
Have a good weekend, Robbie. It's about that time, hon.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. We got less than a minute left. We got 50 seconds left. We like to keep it to an hour. I mean, man, I had a blast this week. I hope you guys did too. This was a good show. We had a lot of fun.
We should fight more often.
I don't really call it fighting. We bicker back and forth 7 days. Why don't like you telling me to sell my car? I ain't selling it.
It's not your car. It's my car.
Well, I'm not selling it. I'm keeping it. If you don't want it, I'll take it. I ain't
Good
selling.
night,
I'm
everyone.
buying. I'm not selling.
Good night. Everybody have a great weekend.
Yeah, be safe. Do something fun in your shop. And if you're doing something and you don't have a channel, that's okay. Send me an email with some pictures. Harry, give me an update whenever you get the exhaust in. I can't wait to see what's going on with Irene.
See, Josh said peace. So.
All right, Josh.
All right, everyone. Have a good weekend and a good week. See you next week, hopefully.
All right, take care, everybody.
Bye.
That was a